the history of ancient Egypt, there's a story no one has fully understood. Not then, not now. A story that grows bigger the more we dig into it. People died, strange accidents happened, and events unfolded with no explanation. This story began over 3,300 years ago. Its name is The Curse of Tutankhamun. So let's find out. Was it truly a curse, or just a chain of terrifying coincidences? In 1922, an archaeologist named Howard Carter spent 5 long years searching for Tutankhamun's tomb. Most people thought he was wasting his time. Then one day, he found a single step buried in the sand at the Valley of the Kings. Just one step. But Carter felt this was the beginning of something enormous. They kept digging, and more steps appeared. Then a sealed doorway, and finally, a royal step, untouched for thousands of years. At that moment, Carter knew he was standing in front of an intact pharaoh's tomb, a discovery the world never expected. On November 26, 1922, Carter approached the sealed door. He removed a small piece of plaster, looked through a tiny hole, and saw gold shining everywhere. He said his famous words, "Yes, wonderful things." But Carter had no idea that opening this tomb would be the start of something dark, something no one could control. Lord Carnarvon, the man who funded the entire excavation, became the curse's first victim. A mosquito bit him. A tiny wound. Nothing serious, but the wound got infected. He developed a severe fever, and within days, he died. Strangely, he died at the exact same hour the tomb seal was first broken. And that wasn't all. At the moment of his death, the entire city of Cairo was plunged into sudden darkness, a complete blackout. People whispered, "The pharaoh is angry. His spirit has awakened." But the creepiest part? Carnarvon's dog, all the way in London, suddenly started howling uncontrollably, then collapsed and died at almost the exact same moment. After Carnarvon's death, more tragedies followed. George Goulder visited the tomb, touched the sarcophagus, and died days later. Arthur Macy, a member of the excavation team, his health suddenly collapsed. Carter's personal assistant died with no known cause. The expedition photographer Dodder, his camera reportedly burned from the inside, and he died shortly after. The expedition's secretary and his son both died in strange circumstances. Newspapers around the world exploded with headlines. The pharaoh's curse is real. Some even claimed that on the tomb walls was written, "Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the king's peace." Whether that inscription truly existed, or was just a rumor, no one knows. Scientists tried to explain it logically. They suggested the tomb contained toxic ancient fungi, sealed for 3,000 years. When exposed to fresh air, the spores could cause deadly infections. Others proposed ancient bacteria on the walls triggered fatal reactions. But then the question appeared. If it was poisoning, why did some people die while others lived? Many archaeologists worked in the tomb for years with no issues. Even Howard Carter himself. He lived 17 years after the discovery and died peacefully. So, why him? Why not the others? To this day, no one can say for sure. Was it truly a curse? A coincidence? Or just the world feeding fear with imagination? The deaths were real, the events were strange, and the timing was impossible to ignore. But whatever the explanation is, the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb changed history forever. Maybe it was a curse. Maybe it was fate. Or maybe the young Golden King simply wanted the world to remember him. And he succeeded. Because thousands of years later, his story still sends chills down our spines. This was the story of the curse of Tutankhamun. But trust me, the mysteries of ancient Egypt didn't end here. There are stories even darker, even even stranger. And they're coming soon. So stay close. The next legend is on its way.